I guess we don't want to see what we got to see today. Don't want to see it at all, but welcome in. Postman 1914, Mailbox Sports. And it is time to pay what we owe. Hope everybody ready to get into what I would classify as a rather succinct type of mock draft today. Yes, as usual, if I'm tempted by a trade, I will absolutely pull the trigger. Not 100% on my game today, so I can't tell you that I know exactly how this draft's gonna go. DeVille, welcome in. Can tell you that we're gonna push through, we're gonna get it done, and I think we're gonna do just as good, if not better, than what Ryan and Ben might do next week. If I ever do pause or mute the stream here, it's because I have to cough or I might have to blow my nose or something like that. Otherwise, we're gonna try to get into it, DeVille. I don't know exactly where we're gonna go when we get to this first pick, but Dylan Tyneman. So, how many mock drafts have you done already, if you don't mind me asking? Like, and what sites do you typically use? Hey, I gotta working outside is always gonna give you one of those types of up and down types of times for weather, where right now in the spring we get a 70-degree day and 30 or 40 in the same week. That can't never be promising. At the same time, we got to do some things together. Oh, you haven't done any of them yet. So I have used Mock Draft Simulator. We've used Stick to the Model. Common names of sleepers, broski. I have used, man, have you PFF? Hell, DeVille, I have probably used about 7 or 8. Stick to the Model probably gives you one of the best opportunities to see your trade opportunities live. And if you guys are on mobile right now, let me know if the visuals have improved for you in terms of the size of the things that are on the screen. I have taken into consideration Stick to the Model and Mock Draft Simulator. Those are my favorites. We're using Mock Draft Simulator right now. And Stick to the Model gives you a full GM experience. So those are two of the ones. The other ones are a bit restrictive in the fact that they don't always allow you to do 7-round drafts, or they don't allow you to do trades, and so on and so forth. So what I typically do with something like that is do a Google search to fit the parameters of what we want for the stream, and then we work backward from there. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I have to be, I guess, a lot more cognizant of the fact that a lot of the viewers are mobile. So as much as the aesthetics may work for us in terms of the overlays and such, I figured today would be a day we can attempt to get some visual acuity, and we're gonna work on being able to frame these things a bit better and put them into that envelope so we deliver on visuals, audio, so on and so forth, as we still navigating how we work through these technical difficulties. With that being said, we don't stick to the model today. I don't know if, and it's odd, I had a super chat goal yesterday in my stream that was met, which is why we're having this particular stream today. And Ganja is the person that got me over the top. Not here, but maybe he'll catch up with us in a minute. So guys, y'all gonna be able to help me out in just a moment. We're gonna get right into what we got going on. We're gonna start the draft. If you notice, the names in the middle are the names in which we will exactly draft from. I did put the draft order in the middle of the screen next to me. We will find out if in fact if you guys would prefer me to switch the view, i.e. instead of the team being listed next to the players, we can have the driver's seat board, as I might call it, the one that shows our picks as we make them in real time, and it gives us the toggle buttons of everything else. In some ways, I want to say that might be a bit more important to us in case anybody comes in late and wants to get a recap about what we drafted. So if you don't mind, we are going to make a bit of a visual adjustment here, and let's see if this is a bit better of a thing for us to see. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, yeah. We get to do some things real time. Y'all don't need to see me. Y'all don't need to see me, man. And we just gonna get it over here so I can get it done expeditiously as y'all watch me work through the technical difficulties of tomfoolery. And here we go. Okay, so we get into what I think y'all guys want to see. Because I think this is going to be important, more important when we talk about the visuals that we want to have. I think that's going to be important to figure out exactly what we want to do. So maybe that will be a bit of a better opportunity for us here. My apologies for the time consumption. But let's see. So now we get into, if you guys can see, your picks. We're gonna move that closer, if you will, and let me know if that's something that I think that'll be better for us right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start the draft, see where the chips fall, and make the most prudent pick. So we can see Tinyman is off the board, DeVille. And now the trades start. Arizona wants to move back. We'll move up to the 25th spot and give us their 34th pick, i.e. the second pick of the second round. And they want to give us their third round pick. Now, what I want to do is, they're eyeing Ione. I want to see what's available first, and I don't know if they're going to take this trade off the board when I click this, because I've not used this site. And you know what, DeVille? I've heard that sentiment quite a bit recently. If the Bears did it, then the Bears would tell me that they need a left tackle. But in my mind, I got no need for a left tackle, if you ask me. And I say that because at best, if you want to get your future swing tackle, but if the Bears don't see Ozzie ever coming back, which I understand people talk about the injury that he's had, but injury these days versus what it used to be, I don't think the Bears need this left tackle that everybody speaks so highly of, including Cap. Now, with that being said, if the Bears do so, then they are telling us that Ozzie is not ever going to be what Ozzie was, grooming himself to be. But I couldn't see them investing all of that rehab into a player that you don't think is ever coming back. Especially when they didn't say that he's not coming back at all next year, but it's been acknowledged that he'll be late in the season. Jedrick Wills is a former first-round pick, and Braxton is sufficient. I don't have a lot of faith in Braxton Jones. And Broski, I won't ever disagree with the notion that you have, because in fact he played right tackle throughout his career. The Bears didn't draft him to be a right tackle. You already know we disagree on this. Your speculation is different than mine, and until the Bears tell me otherwise about that speculation, it's speculation on both sides. Could we agree on that? I don't know that the injury will ever hinder him in a way in which you think it will, and I believe they drafted him to be a left tackle as opposed to a right tackle, unlike yourself. Trusting the team is what I'm merely saying. We are working from an outside perspective that these things are not happening. They've been getting injured. In football since people been starting playing football. I mean, that's inevitable. And I totally get it. But as I stated, far be it for me to weigh too heavily into it unless the Bears see fit. That I guess that's how the best way I put it. Broski, okay. Whoa. Bleacher Nation. Don't like this. I don't know how they made a pick for me. That you don't make picks for me. Yeah, I'm not looking at the future in the first round, is what I'm saying to both of you. I don't rail against drafting a left tackle, but I'm surely not looking for one in the first round. Me. Maybe the Bears do. And that's where we disagree, Broski. He played left tackle and he's been proven to be showing he can play left tackle. But that's not for me to decide. It's for the Bears to decide. And if y'all don't mind, we're gonna have to figure something out over here, because this is not how this particular draft is supposed to go. I'm not supposed to have any simulated draft picks. Oh, I don't have any simulated draft picks. My apologies, I'm tweaking. So, they want Ione. You drafted right at right tackle to play right tackle. They both can't play right tackle, and the other one's not leaving. I know what you're saying. I said proving himself. I didn't say proven. Big difference. You fired up? You always fired up. Broski, I wish you was going to be in Pennsylvania next week, because I think T. Miles, I think Broski put the most thought into the draft of anybody that I see, and in terms of his breakdown and the way in which he wants some things to pop off. I could dig that. I won't ever try to dispute that one right there. He got thoughts about it, and that's why we get that chop. So we got Caden Proctor, we got Peter Woods, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, TJ Parker, Caden McDonald, Zion Young, Max, to throw one in for y'all, Ian Chua, or something like that, T. Miles, and Lee Hunter. Now, I don't remember if that trade is still available to us. I think who is it that wanted to trade with us? Arizona? Where's the trade at? I wanted to just automatically refuse it. But what, of the guys I just mentioned, what are your draft thoughts right now, guys? Are the people there? Let me know. Am I choppy? Caleb Banks, Zion Woods, Caden McDonald. Now, Arizona offered us a 34th and 65th pick for our 25th. Do we believe we can trade back and still be able to have Caleb Banks or Zion Youngs available to us? What do y'all guys think? And they might not even accept it anymore because I think I took it off the board. So you don't get to, in this particular place, and we're in Bleacher Nation right now, in fact, DeVille, you don't have the ability to review any trades. Once you click out, you have essentially refused it, if I'm seeing that right. So let me know. No, Broski, I thought that initially too, but he's the 25th ranked prospect, I believe, right there for us. We haven't made a selection. I thought so too. Yeah, right here. So this is how we go. This is how we go, broski. We got Sadiq, Ione, Proctor, Avian Terrell, Peter Woods, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, CJ Allen, TJ Parker, Blake Miller, Caden McDonald, Caleb Banks, Cassius Howell, Colton Hood, Zion Young down to Lee Hunter and Jacob Rodriguez. So those are the top ranked players right now that I think the Bears might be interested in terms of positional need, not actual the player themselves. That's why I believe DeVille gave me the, what do you call it, his 3 top picks. But I think they rescinded the trade, so we're gonna make a pick unless we want to propose a trade. So let me know. If not, we could just watch me work. So you gave me 3 different names than DeVille, Proctor, Cisse, McNeil, or yeah, broski. You know we're not going none of those. We might have a consensus that McNeil Warren, but all the other guys. So unfortunately, the trade that was will never be, and that's the best one we have. So we probably just stay at 25. And so this is what we'll have to do. Give me a moment here. Give me 1 minute. It is. That's why I would prefer to trade out of it, because it's too much still there that I think we can get. I don't really want to. I don't want to stay here personally. That's why my question is as such. I couldn't figure a way to. I need some help out here. I need it, y'all. There we go. And now we here. Always slightly behind in my world, but we getting it, y'all. Let's get the poll, make a vote. Choice is yours, and we figure it out from there. Why that ninja get it together on the screen. Give us a couple seconds and then we get right to it. I don't know that the only trade down that's going to probably make any sense for you right now is going to be to 36 or something, perhaps. And perhaps. And this is why I say let's first analyze. They don't allow us to trade with anybody in the first round. That's the first issue. So you don't got enough to, they don't got enough to give me when it comes to a straight up pick right now. And that's what I'm saying. The only person that's gonna make any true sense to you is gonna be the Raiders. And I don't think that's gonna happen. So with that being said, let's check to see what the poll is and we'll move on. I got no time to waste for it. We'll see what y'all got out here. Select a player. We got one vote. Not gonna lie, we would have preferred to have more than one person vote on it, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna end the poll there, and we are going to make this selection, man. And so we got Peter Woods, Emmanuel McNeil, Warren, and let's go back through. Yeah, I think we'll choose between those two players. What do we want? McNeil, Warren, or Peter Woods? Choice is yours. 30 seconds. Woods. We won't. This won't get us anywhere, and it's always gonna be a me draft out here. We split right down the middle. And see, for me with McDonald, I don't want to. That's unfortunately for the draft board. That's too high up to pick a guy like him. Because if you look down right here, McDonald is 32 on the board for 25 in value. I probably don't want to. Conversely, I don't mind Warren, but I think there are other safeties to be had that are equal. There's so much. That's why I want to trade down. There's so much stuff here. But whatever. We got the poll up. Make your selection. Let's try to get as many people to vote if we can. And your votes matter. Your votes matter. couple, and people got to be available. Who's the guys you like? That's besides McDonald, Broski? It's, everything is speculative. Yeah, for me, Broski. I don't care what you did on Saturday. I understand the sentiment that we think people are day one starters. I got to see you start. So, everybody in the draft for me, nobody gets more favor than the other. I don't have these tendencies and this bust type of thought process, because until you actually play, everybody sound good. That's how they give out fake draft grades for who you pick. They give out fake mock evaluations of players, and you get a draft ranking board. They I won't say they're really right, but they 50-50 on being right. You know what I mean? So it'd be the stuff like that is what happened. Franklin, if you will, we got a poll up. Go ahead and vote. Who do we draft? And we're gonna make the pick. If everybody's votes is in, we got no time to. All right, the poll has ended, and it appears at pick 25, we are going to go with the safety pick. Let's go ahead and get that delivered. Parker's still on the board right now. McDonald's on the board right now. Zion Young's on the board right now. Lee Hunter is on the board right now. Kristen Miller still on the board right now. Kristen Miller's off the board. And the Bears are on the clock. So, we have cornerback Chris Johnson, San Diego State. We have Jake Golday, the linebacker, Cincinnati. Skinny legs. We have Derek Moore, the edge, Michigan. Jennings Dunker, the awesome guard I believe he's projected to be one day. Josiah Trotter, the linebacker. And we'll stop there because we still have Danny Dennis Sutton, Dominique Orange, and Trayton Stoops lower down the board here. So, hey, if we this is where I think it'd be crazy. If me and Broski had to do a draft together, we could never do it. I don't care about that man being arrested in college. And I've been arrested in college, and it's for innocuous reasons. I'm not in the minutia of the what. It's the how, it's the whys, and some of the other things that go along with it. I need to know all the details to why you were. And being 25 these days, unfortunately, money has ruined your sport again. People stay in the school 6-7 years because they get paid NIL money to, like, you know, to the magnitudes of, why would I come into the league at any pick when I could stay in college, be required to do less, for real, not be a real professional, but get paid and compensated like a pro? I think, like, I don't look at age these days like, oh, why are you still in college? At this COVID and all that other BS allowed a lot of them players to start making money, and they look at money to use all their collegiate years these days. I do like that you said he doesn't, because there's a lot of people who got skewed stats that don't say they are who they are right now. They're not giving us any trades that I see out here. Yeah, I probably won't ever know, because they probably won't be picking either one of them. I like when we use things like that, like in my opinion, because it's not proven fact until it's proven fact. And maybe Mesidor played how many years without Bane? He had no good years. He had no good years without Bane, is what you saying. Before, so Bane just got there recently. I don't know. We on the clock right now. We trying to figure out which spot we gonna go in. So we gonna look at the edge right here, and the edges that we have available to us. One of them might not be available by 60. The other should be. Yeah, we definitely not getting no running back right now. So let's see. Let's get us a poll together. Chris Johnson at the top of the board. He is indeed available, I believe. So here we go, here we go. This is our whole board. Chris Johnson is at the top of said board, 43rd and available. Wow, I'm not. I don't think I'm in dire straits, but I like this guy. I still think it'd be a bit weird for us to go without getting an edge or a defensive tackle, primarily and first. But we do got other opportunities. I like Grayson Holden and Darrell Jackson Jr. when we talk about other defensive tackles. And while I know he don't necessarily probably fit a scheme, I'll consider Zane Durant when we doing my mocks right now. Let's look at who got stuff to give. Quite possibly. I think Broski made our last pick, so we'll consider him. Who's next? So the Cardinals are indeed first. Okay, so this is what I want to see. I keep the auditory going so that I make sure you're able to hear everything, broski. I appreciate you keeping me tab while you running your errands on a Saturday, man. Appreciate it to the umpteenth. All right. So they picked Jennings Dunker, David Igbenison, and Chris Johnson. We got 2 picks here. One of them gonna be a defensive tackle. Man, hey, look, if Dominique Orange ain't good, man, broski, we gonna talk about it during the regular season, man. So I'm tell you, when I pick your boy, he better be good. Riri, how you feeling? How you been? How have you been, girl? Appreciate seeing you in here. Happy Saturday to you. Nope, I don't want that. Coach, keep on looking, Coach. Hey, I forget who's the wonderful person with the donation, aka the donation. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll take a Dominique Orange. He better be good. Zane Durant going early. 72nd. Look at that. Hey, you know, I seriously, maybe I'm a bad friend. I never want to know God, child. I don't want the responsibility. It's real responsibility. I don't want it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now let's I hope the granddaughter come by, you know. And to be honest, I don't feel good now. I ain't the person who really be watching her when I'm around anyway. So I'm gonna stop pining for her to be over here working my wife's nerves. Cause that's essentially what she gonna do, work her nerves. We at pick 89 right now, people. We got a center available to us that still might be there. At 104. 2 of them actually. Parker Brailsford. I like Jaeger Burton as well, so we'll get to that in a moment. Cornerback. They still have Malik Muhammad and Dalen Everett. And they got Takario Davis. I'm interested in the Takario Davis, but I don't know if we'll have the ammunition to get to such a height. So let's see right now what we got available at 89. And if we want to try to move down. So we still got Danny Dennis Sutton. I'm taking Danny right now. I know that ain't what people like. Danny will not still be on this board right now. Done. Ain't no way, boy. Malik just went, and Dalen Everett. There wasn't no way we was leaving Danny on that board. Daryl Jackson still there, Jalen Kilgore. And see, both of those are guys we could have got it as a key. We could have got all these guys at safety right there. These 2 guys, I'm confident would have worked just perfectly with Zakee Wheatley and Jalen Kilgore for the Bears at safety. But the chat wanted to go 25 with McNeil Warren. What do I know? I don't know. We'll find out about everybody's career sooner than later. But right now, you know, just saying, it's a guy would have, kept my eye on. Would have kept my eye on you. Now, Devin Moore is still available at corner right now. They don't give us too much. They don't give us too much of a. Oh, my apologies, man. I'm still out here tripping while we got the screensaver up. That's not giving anybody anything. and I'm out here doing bad. Nobody can see that. That's crazy. And like I said, Devin Moore, the cornerback from Florida, I don't know much about any of the guys left for real. Takario's still available for us, and Will Lee. So I may be inclined to wait for Takario. Yeah. I know what your projections are. The Bears brought in Keontae Clark for a 30 visit, and he slots as a nickel corner. So I'm really not. Well, that's what he played in college. So those are the things that boggle me when we talk about trying to know specific fits and everything like that, broski. Because that guy that they brought in McDonald. You say we don't need no big 300-pound nose tackle, yet they brought in a 300-pound nose tackle for a 30 visit. So, I mean, it's not a science to how we think about these players as opposed to what the actual organization thinks. And if they believe that these players, because we all know college does not put you in the best position for you, it puts you in the best position for the coach and the team to win. The pro position is going to allow you to be the best version of you, because I need that version of you on my team. And so I don't think they bringing in people for workouts and visits if they just fit if they redundant and we can't use them. Because a couple people they brought in don't quote unquote fit things. You know, like Sam Hetch, they say he got short arms and everything like that. Like, we can't make these common tropes be the impetus for how we see the draft or see the opportunity for the draft to unfold, simply because I don't think that everybody, if a lot of people had tight end on the board for our first pick last year, nonetheless, that's exactly what happened. And so it allows me to have my mind be a lot more open. That's why I can rail against the left tackle. Like I said, from day one, I don't want them to draft a left tackle in the first round. But obviously, the team themselves saw fit to draft not only a left tackle, but somebody that I didn't quote unquote like. I can do nothing about it, and I have to believe that they, not me, the armchair podcaster, but the people who actually put work into this research for real, and not a couple highlights and readovers, they see things differently, or I have to believe that they see things differently than we do in terms of these initial draft information mock-ups, because the only thing that you can do in giving information is to show what they played and quite possibly anticipate what they project to play in the league. Because we know sometimes those projections are right, and sometimes those projections are wholly inaccurate. But I do understand what we're saying there. I mean, I did what you're saying, but they brought in these small guys for visits. So the way in which we see them is what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't have thought they would have drafted Shamar Turner to play defensive tackle, but they brought him in. I've seen it a lot too, Air. Welcome in. How you feeling today? I've seen it a lot too. And like I said, I don't have the true wherewithal to rail against it on either side. So how much does Dominique Orange weigh? Because Lee Turner is a mammoth, and McDonald not light. I like this right here. Just give us a little bit of intel as we look at things right there. Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. If we have any hype points, hype the stream so that we can get it into the rotation out there, get us in the environment, and let people see the debates that we get to have. As we are looking, Air, we are On the clock right now at 104, we got Emmanuel McNeil Warren as our first pick at 25. Derek Moore, the edge, at 60. Dominique Orange, defensive tackle, Iowa State, 65. And I wanted another edge because I couldn't let him stay out there by himself. Danny Dennis Sutton at 89. Now, I still think we need a cornerback. Let's see. I really hate how they do me. And now I'm gonna look for a trade real quick, because center, we still got a couple positions. We still got a couple of opportunities out here. Now we could, if we would like to, address the center position right now. That I think we'll be addressing sooner than the left tackle. And we have Jake Slaughter, Parker Brailsford, and Jaeger Burden are probably my favorite three. Broski, let me know your thoughts about those particulars right there. And Broski, I'm gonna have to check your page, man, so I can put you together and get you. As a matter of fact, I don't think I gotta do any of that. Give me a moment. Watch this. Watch me work. That's how we get that going right there, broski. I appreciate all the support, bro. And those are the three people I'm thinking about there. Let's get back to the offensive tackle position. They still have Drew Shelton available. I'm not familiar with J.C. Davis from Illinois. They have Fa'alili Famoe and Markel Bell. Those are the tackle positions, left tackles they still have. Cage Casey as well, and Isaiah World. Also Austin Barber and Diego Pounds. I'm not familiar with any of the left tackles here, but still a position that I guess if for you guys' amusement, if we want to see it, we can. Linebackers that are available: Jayshawn Barham, Keyshawn Elliott, Harold Perkins, Torian York, and Caleb Elam's-Orr at the top of the board, I believe there. Running backs: Emmett Johnson from Nebraska, Katron Allen, Penn State, Damon Claiborne in Wake Forest, Kalen Black in Indiana, Seth McGowan, and I think that's where it kind of rounds out with some of those. Hester's gone. Okay, so let me share with you and tell me what you think about this one. I don't know if you're available, broski, but Sheldon is available, I believe. Sheldon is available at 159. Now let's see what we pick next, because this is where I think we pick at 129 right now. Now, this is what I was going to see if he's still available for you out here when I talk about tight ends. Man, I appreciate you for hanging out and giving your opinion about these things, so we can have civil dialogue I don't really expect to agree. I got a few friends or frat brothers that may say I'm disagreeable by nature, and I don't think so, but I might be. Who knows? Anyhow, I think that us being able to have different viewpoints about the way in which we attack the draft gives us the opportunity to see a viewpoint that might not be ours, or see something that's missed when it comes to the evaluations that go on behind scenes with, I'm pretty sure, the team. I'm pretty sure they have these same sort of discourses about who they're going to pick and things like that. And this is the guy that I was talking about, and I don't know that you know much about him, broski. John Michael Gillenborg, late round pick, but I do believe that he has the upside to be something like a Cole Kmet and Daquan Wright as well, but that's what we're supposed to do anyway, broski. To be self-regulatory and have some accountability about it. I'm not going to rail against the fact that we got strong opinions, and those are needed when we're trying to make a resolute decision, because if it's so blasé, hell, we put the polls out because I want to hear people's opinions. So those types of things in itself kind of give us the impetus to how we want to be able to comprise a roster. And I think that we need varying opinions when it comes to how you can put things together, because you may see something that I don't see. You know, when we break down the weight requirements that you might want, I'm not opposed to having more speed and weight, because like you said, we already got Shamar, so that is the speed guy. So the next D tackle that we would have, in my estimation, would be something like what do you call a big heavy. But with that being said, we look at Delp and injuries. Y'all know who you like. I say, have you heard of Jake Gillenborg? You got me calling this man everything else. You mentioned you broke yours down right there. And so let me see right now. For 104, we can get 117 and 134, and I think we can get a couple of picks in that one. So that's a good one right there. No. It's always the Raiders. No, you won't. No, this the value you get. All right, we on the board. And what we're gonna do in this round too as well. You said you like Jack Endries as the tight end, correct? And I don't see the NC State guy, so maybe he's already out of here. So Andrews is there. Let me see what I like over here, because Dejon Strickland is the guy that I like at wide receiver to take the top off and be a big body. We pick at 129, 134. I like Michigan edge rushers. I think he might be able to have. I really hope we don't take Colton Hood. We like Delp better. Delp just got picked. One spot, I believe, is by the Cowboys. Now we got tight end and Jack Andrews is high up on the board. Let's go to the all board. I can't believe we still got people on the board. Like my favorites, Zaki. We got Daryl Jackson, Deion Burks, Chandler Rivers, LT Overtons, Jacoby Lane, Will Lee. Takario is still available, like I spoke about. So here, I think we'll do a little bit of who's the highest of the offensive guys that we want right now. Do I believe he'll be there at 129? I'm partial to this guy here, Takario. I don't know much if you know much about Takario Davis. Big body. I don't know that 6'3" is a detriment to him. I think he'll be able to move. I think he has some. I don't know if he has any like hip fluidity problems or what have you. But I really want to address in this round, because I don't know. Let me see what else we got. We got 134, 129, 117. And then we don't pick again until we won't pick again to the later rounds. So what we're gonna have to do here is, if I'm correct, we going all offense on these picks right here, guys, if y'all don't mind. And what I say by that is, we are going to take the three players that I think, with the help of Broski, that we might try to pick first. So Jack Andrews, the tight end, is going to eventually be our third right now, but replacement for Cole. I think we'll take a little bit of help here and take Jack Andrews. Now we want to see if I can have a guy like our tackle be available to us right now. That guy's Drew Shelton. Late rounds, we only got one more pick. Two more picks. We got the 7th rounders. Of course, I want to look into I might at 134 we might try to trade back. But here we'll get the left tackle. And now we propose the trade. And it might have to be with San Francisco because they appear to have the most ammo. Oh no, they don't got enough. They don't have enough. So they get a 5th round pick. If I move back 6 spots with them. Tennessee. I'm so annoyed. I don't understand what is going on in real time. Oh, okay, it's blurred because of what I got going on right now, the trades. Got it. I'm really trying to find us a nice trade partner that's going to allow us to still stay kind of robust right now with this pick. The Browns got a couple. Because right now we have 134. And at 134 we have Daryl Jackson Jr., Jacoby Lane, Tacario Davis, Caleb Proctor. I still like Caleb a little bit. Don't know. We don't need him, but I like him. But this is where we at. Let me see what you got. 141. You got to look at all of them right now because I want to get one more pick so that we can get, I think, a center that's still available out here. Houston got those two picks there. But I think Cleveland, as crazy as it may seem. Oh, Tennessee. Let's see what you got. What you got going on. And Tennessee got two picks in this round. Nope. Cleveland has to be one of the moves here, I'm assuming. Only because it allows you both of those right there, I believe we should get value. Having 2/5. And if they accept, I think that's where we move to. So let's make sure real quick there's nobody else that I can get this move with. Let's see the Jets pick. You don't have another one. That's the problem with you guys. The Colts, nope. So let's see the Saints. Let's see what you guys got for me, New Orleans. Unless, okay, so that's a no for them. It's damn sure a no for me. You gets nothing else. You gets nothing. Let's see. One more. My apologies for looking at all the trades right now, but we're getting down to the later picks, and we need to make sure that we got everything exhausted before we move forward because the draft will be concluding very soon. And we want to try to maximize what we can get out of it if we can at the moment. Philly, let's see. Philly may be a team that we want to do business with at the moment. So we got 137 and 153 at their disposal right now, and 178. Which I'll be totally unfair with allowing me to have this other 5th round pick. And the deal is done. So let's see. They took Catilin Allen. Center, what do we have left? We have Yeager at 197. Can I assume that Yeager will be available to us at 178. I have to. So let's get right to it. Where's my favorite wide receiver? Oh man, when did they take him? I do not see when Striblin was taken. Oh, Philly just took Jashawn Striblin. I am sick. Did I trade with Philly? Wasn't I trade with Philly? I'm disappointed in myself for that. Disappointed. So I break character here, and we go get our cornerback, Takario Davis from Washington. And we hope our center is still there. The project Caleb Proctor just went off the board as well. Daryl Jackson Jr. finally slips to the Packers. I don't like that at all. Will Lee finally off the board, along with Ephesians Presop. Love that guy's name. Diego Pounds off to the board. And now we gotta get active out here. And the guy that's available for us is gonna be my center of the future. Didn't see it happening just like this, but it will in fact be the center out of Kentucky, Yeager Burton. In our last two picks, we go offense again. Because I think Ben is a flyer guy. So in our last two picks, I think we take wide receiver and running back. Because frankly, I think they'll get them as, you know, some UDFAs or something to that degree, but you never know. So it's wild they still got Eli Heidenreich as a wide receiver around here when in fact I don't think he'll project to be that. And we're on the board at 239 right now. Diego Pavia is available. Do the Bears trade Tyson Bagent on draft night? And we need a quarterback. It's small hands Pavia. Little foot. No, I'm playing. I don't know much about Baron Morton is somebody they brought in. They might sign as an undrafted free agent. But not hardly. Caitlin Black, Indiana, and Seth McGowan. For me, I think we're going to go running back here, and we'll take Caitlin Black from Indiana. Don't know much about him, and they don't give me an opportunity to look at the player without breaking to a new page. So we will get right into it. Caitlin Black will be our running back selection. Eli Heidenreich went directly after that. And our wide receiver to boot, if I have to. Based only on things that I know, since I can't go off of any what do you call I can't go off any metrics or anything here. We'll take the last person I did any research on. It's the big body sub 4'4" runner, Jermichael Sturdivant. I wanted DeJon Stribling for some of the similar reasons. I believe he's 6'3" or 6'4", and he runs a 4'3". Jermichael is in some of the same veins. So to finish it up, DeVille, we will have Jermichael Sturdivant be our guy. We will let the draft take course for itself to see exactly. Pavia went to the Browns, go figure. They got another quarterback on here. The draft is complete. We're going to view our results. And here are the results for us. Let's see if... Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to go to the Chicago Bears so we can figure out our draft picks. Ganja, this is how we have had the shakeout over here, man. Salute to you, bro. I'm gonna show you who we selected at every spot, because the picks are in. We just made our very last selection, so let's see if any of those are something that Ganja himself would like. And when we talk about it, let's break it down. So Ganja, we at 25 with much trepidation and back and forth, we selected Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety from Toledo. My apologies, brain fart. We then traded back from 57 to 65, and with our 60th pick, we selected Derek Moore, the edge from Michigan. At 65, with our new second round pick, we selected the defensive tackle from Iowa State, Dominic Orange. We then proceeded to go back to the well on what I think is value at the edge rush position, Danny Dennis Sutton, the edge from Penn State, with our 89th pick. We then got a bit offensive out here, and we tried to get those priority envelopes mailed out to the offense. We selected tight end and eventual Cole Kmet replacement, Jack Endries, the tight end out of Texas. 2 years in a row with a tight end. But this one right here is going to give us a little bit of that 3 tight end blocking thing that he needs to master right now. No block, no rock for Ben. And then I believe eventually, with the guidance of Broski, this is our eventual successor. We talked about succession. I don't believe that there will be a succession plan in the left tackle room. However, if in fact there is a shift, Ozzie becomes more of a swing tackle after injury, and we need the left tackle of the future, because I do believe we are not deficient this year as far as the picks go. And with that being said, we took left tackle Drew Shelton. Penn State is our favorite school this year. 4th round pick, 129, because we did in fact make a trade back from 117. From 104. Broski and Ganja. We accumulated the 117 and 178 in that particular, I believe. This the best draft yet? You've been around for all of them, man. I hope they keep getting better. Tomorrow is the last mock draft we have. And then Thursday is real life. We can only hope that tomorrow brings some of the intrigue that today has, as we look at Takario Davis, the cornerback that we didn't get early, but I do think he has the measurables and some of the intangibles to go along with Al Davis University. Al Harris, my apologies. No, I'm talking about some Davis. Just win though, baby. And we got this guy 137, 4th round out of Washington. We finished up our offensive attack as far as the trenches go with Yair Burden, the center from Kentucky, at 5th pick, 178. And to satiate what I think will be something that is paid attention to. I don't know if it will be paid attention to in the free agent portion of the next phase of the offseason. I don't know that it will be focused on in the undrafted free agents, or maybe it's next year altogether. Running back will be something that I think they still give a look at. And wide receiver, I think that they, while not early in the draft, the mid rounds to late, I can still see them going out to get another take the top off of the defense speed type of guy. And I think that those types of situations are going to help us out, which is why I took Catilin Black and J. Michael Sturdivant from Florida to round out our draft today. It did not give us a particular, what do you call, draft grade? That's what I'm looking for. But it did give us the opportunity here to put together, like, and I believe Ganja said it, it gives us the opportunity to get the idea how the board will fall. And yes, we do understand that some of that is still going to be different, but we gonna be able to understand that some of those things give us the whole opportunity to see that what do you call it? The board may fall in a variety of different ways. There will be clusters of players for us to get, and I think that the cluster factor is something that allows us to not necessarily have to be fixated on one player, but be fixated on a group. And so I implore you, if we can, for tomorrow, for each position, think about 3 to 4 people that you might like or love at the position and work from there, so that we don't get so wrapped up on the man crush of one player, but a prototype of player. And so if I can get the cluster thought process to be heard, even if not agreed with, I think this draft right here doesn't lend us, according to the experts, doesn't allow us to have many superstars, but a lot of really good guys, a lot of, fringe Pro Bowlers and starters to boot. Every team is going to have starters and superstars in a variety of different fronts. Maybe we will get some superstars this year, maybe we won't. But let's be able to, by tomorrow, come up with some reasonable thought processes as to what range of player we might want to try to focus on, as opposed to an individual. Just, when I think about it, that's the way in which it first comes to my mind, is to, let's go ahead and get an idea of the players we could have, as opposed to me wanting to lock in on a particular player, because that player may not be there, and then I got to adjust on the fly. So for me, just for me personally, we got to do something slightly different. My apologies that I bring this up. And if we can, people, for my last portion of the day, we bring out my favorite time of day here. Well, I get to give out some thanks. Those were my donations from last week. And here, in fact, are my donators of this week. You guys can thank Ganja for supporting the stream to get us to have today's mock draft. Emails for content-ish discussions, I should say. always good for us. Mailboxsports3@yahoo.com. The Cash App is always appreciated as we continue to try to get things done for the improvement of the stream. So I appreciate guys like Dracula and Ganja Bear for their contributions quite regularly in some instances with people. So I appreciate it greatly. And it gives us the opportunity to also get eyes in front of the stream, or get these streams in front of people's eyes. If you have accumulated hype points, any old videos that I have posted, any content that is new to us, go ahead and please utilize those points to hype me up. You know what I'm saying? As I think that will give us a better opportunity to be seen by others, have others join the chat, join the community, and give other opinions that coincide or slightly go against the grain when it comes to the way in which we see the Chicago Bears, as we will have the off-season, regular season, and plenty of time throughout the course of the year to be able to totally appreciate everybody's individual thoughts when it comes to what we got going on Mailbox Sports. And so that I can get a nap and not cough profusely in front of everybody again. My apologies. It is nap time in the post office. Until next time, and until next delivery, this is your well-to-do mailman, Postman 1914. I appreciate everybody hanging out with your boy. And until tomorrow, we gone.